Yeah, it's Weege Show. Big couple of nights here at the local Rock Hill BMX Supercross track because Labor Day weekend is coming, and there's a national so good that Connor Fields, the Olympic gold medalist and big-time motocross Supercross fan, even as a mental coach for some of the riders out there, he came out to practice today. People were in awe that the greatest BMX rider in the world was out practicing, but that's the level you're at when it's Labor Day weekend. Now, normally I probably could come to this race over the weekend and my kid can compete, but I'm a little busy because we've got not one, but two RedBuds coming up this weekend, a double header. Normally don't race Labor Day weekend in Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. It has been years since that has been the case, and that will be the subject of this edition of the Weege Show, brought to you by Honda and the all-new CRF 450R for 2021. It is the lightest, best handling, and I believe most powerful CRF 450R there's ever been. It's got razor sharp cornering. You will put the competition on notice every time you roll to the gate on that bike. It's coming out right about now. Yeah, so all around Labor Day weekend is going to be huge in the racing world. That includes in the BMX game, and I'll talk to one of the BMX dads here in a second. But it is interesting to have a race this weekend and then another race this weekend, because we have officially gone past the point when the normal Lucas Oil Pro Motocross schedule would have ended. Usually it ends the weekend before Labor Day with Ironman. Now we've got several more races to go. So this week, as we were bench racing and discussing the races, my man Grant Langston said, you gotta watch out and see who's in it for the long haul, because we're going beyond what these training programs were set up to do. And he has a point. Remember, it wasn't like the riders knew the whole time how long these breaks would be. There was a lot of false starts of Supercross is gonna start now or Motocross is gonna start now. They never officially knew. So a lot of guys were training, and it's really hard to know, and then they find out what the schedule is, and they didn't take the rest when they had it. So I'm gonna bench race with someone that knows a thing or two. I'm gonna bench race with a guy that knows a thing or two. What's up?
What's up?
Can you do this?
What are we doing?
Can we talk nationals?
Oh, we gotta talk nationals.
Can we talk nationals? Okay, there's a theory, bro.
We're gonna work?
The series should be over by now.
Yeah.
And they're gonna race a doubleheader instead.
Yeah.
Guys might be tired.
Maybe. It's almost time for me to start thinking about racing again.
Oh, so you've been off so long.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. They've just been grinding and grinding.
Outdoors finishes, and then I start to think, oh, I could probably race again.
You do this every time.
Yeah.
You do this every time. But have you been on a bike at all?
No, I haven't. Actually, I lie. I went and did an adventure ride.
Well, yeah.
I did trail riding.
Not super, you're motocross.
Yeah.
Do you even have a bike for that, or did you fully switch all the way over?
No, I got them all. What, XC bike you talking about? Like trail
yeah,
bike?
but I mean...
Yeah, no, I made a full XC bike.
Out of a motocross bike though, right?
Yeah, but I had 3 bikes.
Okay, so you could moto down.
Yeah, I could. There's a Supercross bike and a motocross bike sitting there ready to go.
When does the itch come? Do you know?
I had a phone call today.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
today?
Interesting phone call on the way here that got a little bit of a smile out of me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
And this is not car racing related?
No, actually it wasn't. It was on dirt bikes, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah,
I brung a smile.
Bro, I know you're supposed to be done.
Yeah.
If I could go to Vegas now and put odds, I'd at least put 51% on some racing at
51.
some point. 51. I'm going more chance that it's gonna happen than not. But probably not outdoors.
No,
that would be...
My outdoor career is done. I feel like when I whole shotted...
Here we go.
When I whole shotted at Indiana.
Leave it on a whole shot.
What was that now, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
For me, I was good at that point.
Did you see the Chad Reed Memorial Inside Gate in action this weekend?
I did, but they only pulled it off one time.
Ferrandis did, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look wet enough to do it. It seemed like the first moto was the wettest. It worked for Ferrandis, and then after that, it seemed like the middle was kind of the better gate. That's a really dangerous gate anyway.
Inside.
No, just the whole gate in general.
The start.
You know, like it's so scary, and it goes right, and and then it tightens up, and it just seems like it's always a disaster for something happening. But yeah,
you're done.
I'm done.
You're done with outdoors. You're done with outdoors.
I enjoy watching it, to be honest. Like I enjoy going out and seeing. You know, I shouldn't say go. Now I just watch it on the phone. You can't even go there. But yeah,
limited fans.
Like I watch it. Like I would be lying if I said I didn't care and I didn't follow it. I definitely follow it, and I follow it as a fan, and I feel like, you know, like I've lived on the inside of it. And so from the outside, I feel like I can have a little bit of a finger on the pulse of what's happening and what I see, and man, it's interesting. You know, like it's it's a different series for these guys. You and I off camera were talking about it, and I think it's so challenging because like when you talk to people and you talk to athletics and you talk to, we was having a conversation with Connor Fields here today, and he was talking about his big build up to Olympics, and then they cancel it and they move it 1 year, and it's like, okay, you're talking about a year. Talk about a sport like us. We finished in March. For the most part, we would given up on Supercross. I sold motorcycles knowing, I was told from the very, very top.
Yes.
We were not coming back until that September, October, November-ish time.
Right.
So I know that everybody got told that.
Yep.
And then they go full ball. Okay, that's awesome. Like Supercross is done. I can be fit and ready. I can have the biggest, best preparation for outdoors.
Yeah.
And you see it. Like social media doesn't hide a whole lot these days. Only the smart ones, only the champions are the ones that show you enough to think, make you think one way, and they're probably doing it the other. But for the most part, the millennials are just showing everything. So
we're grinding.
Yeah, we're grinding. You know? So you can see that everybody's been going and going and going, and then we had to switch back to Supercross, and then it's kind of like then you do a big block and build up, because we had about a, what did we have? We probably had a 3-week warning on Supercross coming back.
Yeah, what did you do in those 3 weeks? What could you even do? Is that too late to do anything?
That was my 3 weeks of training.
But is that enough? Or is it almost...
It wasn't enough.
No.
And clearly you've seen by the results.
All right.
But
last one you were good.
But I'm talking about the other guys.
Yeah.
We'll leave me out of this conversation.
Okay.
I'm talking about the guys that do the full series, that actually take it serious. They're not doing a last, hurrah.
Right.
These guys, you could see them. They were putting in the work, and I was getting excited and thinking, man, these guys are really going to have, no excuses of not being ready. Like, I feel like the testing and the time and the practice leading into what was supposed to be an normal outdoor series. And then, like I said, we had about a 3-week window. Okay,
switch
put the
back.
outdoor bikes. Rip out the suspension, throw in Supercross suspension, and then do that. And then obviously we did that, and that was taxing in itself. We were racing. What did we race? 7 races over a month period in altitude. So that's a taxing. It's a kind of a whole nother side of sucking something out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much they hit the ground running, and then outdoors got moved, and then it got moved.
Right, that's the key. They didn't have this break thinking I have till August. They thought they had till July.
So, man, it's from an athletic standpoint, you can see, I think, from the outside, you can see these guys, and I really believe that that's why you're seeing the guys, hit and miss. 1 minute, you see a guy crush it, and then you see another guy, and he's next moto, he's really not there.
Right.
So it's strange to see.
It's so strange.
And
do you listen to Just Keep Talking, my podcast? Thanks. Just throw that in there.
This could be the theme of what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you find it on
Just keep
iTunes
talking.
and your favorite?
Yes,
wherever you get your podcasts.
Don't forget to subscribe.
There is. Yes, it's really.
So I think
You're good. Yeah.
For me, it's, I think whoever has managed, whoever can manage. And when you look at the bigger picture or even the short-term picture, Zach's winning. He's had solid motos. I don't know where Zach Osborne was this past weekend. On a racetrack that's normally really good to him, and he just didn't seem like that guy showed up. So maybe he's becoming non-exempt to what's real, and also the red plate. I don't care who you are and how long you've been in the sport. I wouldn't look at Zach as being a rookie, but he's pretty fresh to the 450 class. Though he's 30.
He is 30.
Yeah, he's 30.
Yes. But it's really his first season. He got hurt last year.
Yeah, exactly. So, you still have to put into perspective, it's a lifelong dream to race the 450 class, lead the championship, try to win the championship, race the series, main guys, in this case, Tomac. And he's doing it. And so I think that weighs on you a little bit. But yeah, man, and what I was gonna say is, you've seen through Supercross, he got hurt and he had a pretty good length, time off.
Yeah.
And it was probably a more forced time off, and it was a time off of rest, heal.
Right.
So maybe he's got a little more in the tank than what everybody else has at this point, So.
Yeah, because it's dragging on for everybody.
Yeah.
Now let's watch these racers come through. Let's watch these racers come through.
That's your kid beat my kid.
Well, they were hanging out.
Kaya.
Good job, Kaya. They were hanging out at a jump. They did the Osborne program. They took a nice rest for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you're right. The series should be over by now. They got a doubleheader. It's gonna be extra taxing, and then a whole bunch more. We're gonna see who's actually, I mean, at this point, there's nothing you can do, right? If you're in it.
Oh yeah, at this point, it's happening, you know,
Yeah.
there's
no magic
so
you can
hard
do.
to regroup, and
Yeah.
like you said, now we're going into a doubleheader. I don't even know what it is. Is it a doubleheader?
Friday, Monday.
Oh, we're going. Okay, so news to me. So I'll have to watch Supercross. I mean Motocross. On
Monday
Friday,
afternoon, bro.
Friday and Monday.
Oh my God, I just
That'll
want
be
to say
fun.
there's no time for you sitting watching moto. You're a BMX dad now.
Oh, that's true.
So you're either in it, you can't watch it.
Yeah.
Bro, if there was a MotoGP on Sunday, he'd be watching it, I'm sure.
100%.
Yes.
It's not
Oh
this
my God,
weekend,
it's
but
so irritating. And I love it too.
I wake
But
up-
when life shuts down for it, ugh, come on.
MotoGP's really exciting.
I love your
I did see
manual.
you manual.
Did you
Yeah, high
manual?
five- You manualed? High five me on the manual.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah.
So
Were you guys hanging out over there? I saw you guys hanging out in the
Exactly.
berm.
I was like, come on.
It's hot out today. We got to get our rest in.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We've got to prepare. We're going to
I know,
come
don't
into this mentally planning for the weekend. We can't just blow ourselves out.
Yeah.
This
Hey.
is like,
We were just talking about
Yeah,
that.
don't talk the game and then don't do it.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you put in
So
too
you're
many
gonna-
laps here on a
yeah.
Wednesday.
So we're just turning the legs over today.
All right, let's just flush the acid
You know
out.
that?
Huh?
Don't overdo
Go
it.
back on the track.
You want to go back on the track? That's what we like to see.
Yeah.
He's not saving
Exactly.
himself. We're not racing.
Rookie
You're
season.
not racing.
Rookie season.
No, we're professional practicers.
Yeah.
Look,
I-
you want beer.
Anyway.
You can't.
That's
something
my
I could
take
do.
from what I see. So,
I knew you would have one. That's why I came this way.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
what happens. See if I'm right.
He's good at that. Oh, hey. Hey, you're back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just working.
And we turned into a show. We're turning to interviews.
I
Kids
know,
are
I'm like,
riding.
is he gonna load up that car?
We have solid
I
takes on the
never seen
races.
it. And they're like,
At first he was shocked, and then he gave me like 10 minutes of gold. So old habits die hard. Hi, Lily. Yeah. All right. It's dinner time, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, it's dinner time. Lane went for another lap.
Okay.
See you at RedBud, everybody.